All right, everybody, back with another video of the M3. Today we're going to be putting on some new hoses that will hopefully fix a little bit of a water leak we have, and then also we're going to put on my AFE intake that I bought on Facebook. Hopefully it actually is as good as I was hoping it would be. I cleaned it up using some of the oils that they provide on the website. It says it's supposed to be around 20 horsepower. I mean, that's like the max. I think with the tune that I have, it might get close to that. I'm hoping for like 12 to 15. And so I think that with the M50 intake manifold, the tune, and the remix exhaust with no cats, I think the car will be pretty strong. It already is pretty fast. So yeah, hopefully we can get this running right and I can bring it back to school. So yeah, I'm doing this with my dad, so he's going to be helping me, so you guys will hear from him a little bit too. And yeah, I think the more that I build this car and put stuff on it, I think I'm going to try to document it some more. So yeah, if there's something you guys like and are interested in, just let me know. And yeah, all right, let's get started. Hi, Kitty. Started right up, look at that. Alright, so as you can see, put up the hood here, and it's kind of hard to tell, but at the bottom there's a plate down there, and I can see there's visibly some coolant down there. What we're going to replace today is a screw, and then also the upper radiator hose right here, and the lower one, which is right here, and then the intake obviously goes right in here. So hopefully it'll clear up a little bit of space too. So if I need to put power steering fluid in it, I can get to it a little easier. So, and it's obviously going to look a little better too. So here's the box that I got. It's from FCP Euro, and I always choose FCP Euro for my OEM parts because they usually provide really good stuff and they get it to me on time. These are the ones I ordered. I'm not sure if this is the upper or lower right now, but here's the other hose, also from Rain. And the piece should be in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So this is the bleeder screw, and these tend to get stripped pretty easily, so that's why we decided to change ours just in case it was leaking out of there a little bit. Plus it will hopefully make the bleeding process a little bit easier. So you can see it's got the O-ring in there too, and sometimes the O-rings will go bad. All right, Dad, what are we doing?
Hopefully we're getting this thing to stop leaking fluid, i.e., I mean, like radiator fluid, because you put it in, somehow it disappears, finds little itty bitty puddles, and then the little coolant thing goes, hey, you need to put coolant in.
Why are we jacking it up here?
Well, because these things are a pain in the butt to bleed out, and anybody who's had an E36 knows exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, so to get the intake off, it's pretty simple. Literally just this bolt and this bolt here. I'm pretty sure there's another one that you could have on here, but I think my car doesn't have it. And you just undo these, and it's super simple, comes right out. So you just kind of finagle it out of there. And then for the upper hose, you have this right here, and then you have this. So get this off first.
All right, so in order to switch the hoses out, we want to try to lose the least amount of coolant as we possibly can, number one, because of the environment, number two, because it's expensive. So we're going to go ahead and loosen up this. We're going to pull this tank off so we can get to the lower hose. We're going to try to replace the lower hose and this upper hose because they seem to be leaking from those areas. And then also this bleed screw seems to be a little bit tweaked and maybe stripped. So change that out, see if those things with some tight clamps stop this thing from leaking. I am, although it was a little bit loose. The light. See it's wet right there? Mm-hmm. And that's where it was. I know that's part of the spark where it was leaking before. So
well, it makes sense because you can see that it's always coming from the driver's side.
Yeah.
So
here comes the water.
Not enough. God. It's coming out from everywhere. So
get it on the gram. So this is the new hose. We put it on here. Before we go ahead and attach it to this, the one thing, not that I'm an E36 expert, but it was suggested to me by somebody else, and it does seem to work, is that you kind of use this as a funnel. Because if you take a look at the rest of the engine, how we have, I don't know if Jack showed you how we have this thing tilted up. We got it tilted so that most of the coolant is staying in the back of the motor. Medallion and that stuff is original.
There you go. Yeah, so this hose is really a pain in the ass to get back on because it has to be fitted a certain way and you have to like work around this expansion tank. So, put gloves on.
I got it. Now it's started.
All right, so we got the top of the hose on here. And I'm gonna start trying to clamp it down a little bit. That's too big. Okay, so it actually was a 7. Make sure you can get to it again. So that's why I did it right there instead of a weird place. So,
yep. Yeah, cool. No weird places.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I just put a bunch of this expensive blue antifreeze in here, and it's up high. And it's really high, so hopefully this will go down on the block. And it's coming up in the bleed screw right there.
I also put this bracket back on, which this isn't actually stock. Our friend put this on here for us, but it does hold it.
Renzo Giovanni.
Yeah. So put the new bleeder screw in here, and we're not going to tighten it too much because we want it to bleed out whenever I start the car. So we got all the hoses hooked up and everything. So we're going to go ahead and start it, and then start the bleeding process.
Yeah. All right. This is a perfect opportunity for the 3 hours later to pop up in here. All right, we can watch Jack start the car. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does. It starts right up. I still don't know why it's not missing. I don't know what to do with that.
Why it's not missing?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was missing for a long time, and then it just stopped.
Dude, it's an E36 M3. Do not question it. If it's not missing, just say thank you.
All right, so here, you can see there's a little bit of bubbles coming out here. And so basically we're just going to let that sit for a while and let the bubbles come out, and then hopefully that should be the bleeding process. So, yeah. All right, so a little bit more time than I thought I was going to take to do this, but we got the hoses on and got the intake box back on. So yeah, now I'm going to get this off jack stands and we're going to go for a drive, make sure everything works okay, and hopefully it stopped leaking. And since we start kind of cleaning the filter, I'm going to put the AFE intake on before I go back to school. Hopefully everything works fine. So we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. And if you want to see more content like this with this car, just let me know, because I'm going to try to make videos about doing stuff like this with it, because I want to be able to look back on it and be like, yeah, I actually did that at some point. So yeah. All right. See you later, guys.